Welcome back, Disc Golf fans. Derek and Chris here with Gatekeeper Media, and we are bringing you the Final 9 coverage of the 5th stop of the NT, Delaware Disc Golf Challenge 2019, here at Iron Hill Disc Golf Course in Newark, Delaware. It's the second time that this was an NT. We're excited to be here. We were there for both, actually, and so big shout out to PDGA for bringing us out here. And as always, big thanks to Millennium Golf Discs.
Yeah, it's kind of been an up and down roller coaster ride for everyone out on this course. That's what Iron Hill will give you, as we have Matt Bell with a one-stroke lead sitting in second. Simon Lizotte is in third with one stroke off of him. Albert kept his composure, played really well. Philo, not a red mark on that scorecard, playing a lot of park off. As we take a look, Ricky Wasaki, like we said on the other one, he actually does take an eagle on hole 8 that's going to push him up ahead.
Yeah, leading by 3.
Yeah, so... Still anyone's match, though. Anything can happen. Ricky's definitely separated himself, but
we've seen a lot of movement.
Yeah, we're gonna move into hole 10. This was a change to a par 4. It used to be a par 5. Pushed the pin up about 60, 70 feet, I would say.
I think Jimmy was saying 40 or 50. Yeah.
Either way, it's definitely plays as a better hole at this point. It makes it very challenging as a par 4. To get down there in 2 shots, you have to throw 2 incredible drives.
Just one long bend to the left.
Yeah, so we have Albert Tamm, one of the best forehand throwers, doing shots like this. That was amazing. And that's exactly where you want to be.
I'm very impressed with that shot. That has potential of potentially giving him an eagle look.
I mean, that's a long throw in for an eagle. It's like a 300-footer almost. Still got a lot of work.
I mean, we've seen him crush some stuff on other coverage. So.
That's true. Almost have him making an albatross. Spoiler alert. Good shot from Simon. Hits that tree, puts him right on the fairway. We'll see if that tree gets in his way on his follow-through.
So that's not the play that Philo wanted, but it lands him in the middle. Roughly in the middle, he's going to have that tree to deal with, so he doesn't have a full option for a throw, but he can make something work.
Something you have been talking about all weekend is throwing high here is better. Like almost like these big lofty shots.
Yeah,
these big flex lofty things that are kind of just float.
To give it time for the disc to do what it's designed to do.
Yeah, kind of like this.
Now, I mean, you could tell right away that is not the type of throw that Philo wanted to make.
Yeah.
Due to his reaction, as soon as he let go, I think it just slipped out of his hand.
Yeah, so it's really good to keep things high here at Iron Hill. And Matt, that's going to be tough. You should be able to get up and down for par, but... Albert goes.
Just saying, a little higher, it could have done some work.
Awesome shot from Albert. And he's showing why he should be touring over here in the U.S. Matt Bell.
Great shot as well.
Yeah.
I mean, left him a little long, but we've seen him make some great putts.
Yeah. He's former putting world champion, actually. So this is looking real nice from Philo. Good angle, just a little more height.
Easy par.
Yeah. So Simon, 40-45 out.
Oh.
Hits the band. His putter, he just hasn't been able to find his putter today. Matt, on the other hand, is tearing it up. It's a good par save from him. Bazooka getting this birdie is going to separate him from a lot of people. Getting a birdie on this hole is very tough. And he made it look easy. That putt was a little low, but
I wonder if he was checking scores to see where everyone else was, if they hit fairway, or whether or not others. Because I know a lot of players, they don't want to know anyone's score, let alone their own.
Yeah.
I mean, playing literally just shot for shot as they go.
Yeah, it's interesting when you play these bigger events and you have the live scoring and seeing what exactly, like, players do different things. Some players are on their phone the whole time checking score. Some people don't even want to know what their score is on their scorecard. So we're going to move into hole 11, par 4 at 600 feet. You have this real tight, straight shot. You have this left side here that's a little open that people kind of bail out to. And it just fades over there to the left. And your second shot's still very challenging. It's going to be like a nice little forehand or like a putter turnover shot. So there's kind of those two trees that are really close in the middle that the drone flies through. That's kind of where you want to get to, at least.
Whew. Well, getting saved from one, but brutalized by another.
Hey, he's on the fairway. If this has a full flight, this is looking real nice. Oh. Yeah, Matt, switching from Latitude to DGA. It's been working out for him so far.
It was a good stop. Sometimes it was hard to anticipate what exactly Simon was going to do on the tee box, where I had to pick up and walk backward more.
That got really far. Oh, my God. Look how far that got, and that was off a kick. That hit that early tree and literally went like another 350 feet almost. Man's an animal. So Philo is on the box. He's cooking up something nice here. That's the second time I knifed someone. I need to just stop.
And you know what? I don't think he has found a clean line through and through yet.
No, he has been really hitting something early and then scrambling for his par the whole time. It's tough for Albert. But like I said, if you're anywhere near those trees, you're in a decent spot. But
it's kind of rough to watch.
Yeah. Now, we did see Ricky make something from there to save his par, so at least Philo doesn't have too much in front of him from here. That's a good shot from Matt.
Yeah, that definitely looks like a harp as well.
Oh no, get back. Ooh. That's tough. That's a tough par save. Philo's trying to get up and down for his par, and this is looking real good. Very nice. And that's been the story of his day. Simon just now taking his second shot.
Yeah, and honestly, like, playing par golf just isn't the way to win tournaments like these.
Mm-hmm. You need to have that separate. You need those birdies for separation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And like I said, being on the left side is definitely a lot better than being on the right. It's a lot more open. So Albert gives that a good bid.
It was dangerously high, but it made it nonetheless.
Yeah. It's a 3 for Matty B. So we should have some cleanups. I feel like this is the part of the course where it starts to really wear you down. Going from like hole 10 into hole 11 and then into hole 12.
Yeah, if you don't have your momentum by now, you're going to be struggling.
Yeah. It's the only birdie coming from Matt, sitting at 14 under. Albert's going to take that bogey. Everyone else is going to save the pars. Kicking some sticks as we're going to move into hole 12, par 4 at 520 feet. once again, you have this real tight fairway that you kind of have to throw a straight shot that's then going to fade over here to the left. Really sharp dog leg left. And then on your second shot, it's as aggressive as you want to be. If you go too aggressive, you could go down to the road down there to the right. There are a lot of rocks there and a lot of trees that can stop you, though. So.
Yeah, and I mean, we've been talking about that rocky green all weekend. It's just, it is what it is.
Everyone has to play it, right?
That's exactly it. I mean, you have no tougher time than anybody else there.
Ooh.
Yeah, that was just kind of a fluffy...
Yeah. It's not the worst spot to be, though. I mean...
No, he just cut himself off a lot of distance.
Yeah. Still can get up and down for his birdie, though. Philo's just...
It's just that type of round. I think he might have the groundskeeper award for this one.
Yeah. And I hope this juju comes with him to Maple Hill, going to another heavily wooded course. And hopefully he gets some fortunate breaks there. So Albert does what most people are going to do, just kind of throw something straight right up the gut, mid-range or something, just kind of land right there, and then worry about your second shot once you get there.
Oh, no.
And that...
It's tough to see exactly where that landed,
yeah,
but...
looks like it was stuck behind the tree.
Is he getting lucky? No, a little.
That's a scary putt, though.
Yeah.
Basket's over there to the left of the camera. So Albert has an interesting angle here for his really good forehand. He just needs to get through clean, and he basically does. Ooh.
All right.
Yeah, he stays good. To Matt over here to the left side of the fairway. He's kind of up where Philo is. Simon's hit a lot of trees as well, especially on this back nine.
So we had actually waited here a little bit because there was a lot of activity behind the basket down there. I think that kind of threw him off, got him off of his groove.
That's going to be a tough par save for Matt. Philo. Some more tree action. But yeah, I would say that was one thing that the players were kind of talking about was the traffic and being able to orchestrate that traffic. And especially when you get down to this 12, 13, 14, 15 area, it gets real jumbled.
And to clarify, foot traffic.
Yeah.
Like, not commentators. We're
spectators.
Spectators. Yeah, that is one thing. I would say that might be the only thing about this event that's not ideal, is that there needs to be a little bit more regimented crowd control.
Mm-hmm. Albert had a really good look for his birdie there. Matt's just inside the circle for his par save. Slightly uphill and gets unlucky. That missed putt there could have just gave Ricky the tournament. I mean, you're playing so well, and then you just throw little blemish, little red mark there, and that's all it takes.
All right, that was a solid putt.
Yeah, good comebacker from Simon. Matt's gonna unfortunate. We got Philo still. Pretty tough hole for Philo. Tough hole for Matt.
I mean, Simon too.
And Simon.
So it looks like Philo actually made his par.
He actually did that all right.
It looked a little more struggling than...
A lot of trees, but he still got down there for his par. So we're going to move into hole 13. This is a par 3 at 360 feet. Very similar to hole 2, but it is downhill and a lot more easier to reach, and I would say an ace run, really.
Yeah, I would say this might be one, Maybe there's 2 on this course that are gettable, but that's it.
Yeah, with the changes to 14, I would say 7 and 13 are the best holes, and they're kind of opposites, which is really neat. One goes down to the right, and then this one goes down to the left. But once again, you kind of just got to get lucky that you don't hit anything here.
Honestly, I would say maybe 14 is gettable too.
Well, they did push it back.
If you keep, it's about 409, right? 4 something.
It's in the 4s.
Yeah.
So Albert just needs to stay clean. It looks like it does. Good shot.
Good skip too.
Yeah. It's gonna be right at circle, maybe a little in. So Matt needs to keep his composure.
That pulled a little far right. Drove him into that tree.
I'm interested to see how he's gonna take his second shot here.
Jeez. Just when you think it's got like the perfect line,
it finds a tree. So Matt's able to get down there. He should be able to save his par. It's not an easy look though. Simon, get up.
He's just asking himself, what are you doing?
So it's really cool where those spectators are over on that like tree side over there. There's actually a basket tucked in there. So if you ever do come to Iron Hill and play just a casual round, that was a good bid too.
Yeah, just a little short.
There are some really cool little quirky raised baskets here that I find that to be fun.
Yeah, hole 7 has one early and on a pile of rocks as well sometimes.
Isn't it funny the 2 like ace run holes are the ones that have these other baskets and trees? Good birdie from Albert there. Matt, this is going to be for his par. Yeah, I don't know what that was about. But you could tell.
I just think that he knows he can play better than that.
Yeah.
I think he's just being really hard on himself.
He's still in second at 13 under. Albert, look at Albert making the comeback now. He's just 1 stroke off at 12 under.
Love getting outside and challenging yourself to become better? How about spending time with family and friends, or just marveling at the pure joy of flight? Then you've come to the right place at the right time. Join the PDGA.
Speaking of ace runs, we're going to move into hole 14, 425 feet.
Yeah, so a tad longer than what I was saying, but nonetheless, there's a lot of people on tour that can pipe a shot that far, but it's tight.
Yeah, we saw Joel actually almost hit it in round 2.
Yeah, his curled right up underneath the cage.
But this hole is playing as one of the hardest holes as well, pushing this back a good probably 60 feet as well. A lot of trees. Fairway there for Albert, though. That was a good kickback. But I would say to get down there, especially for the righty, you almost want to throw a hyzer flip that's going to slightly turn to the right and kind of go to the right of those big trees and then almost find like a backdoor skip. But the issue is there's wood chips there, so that kind of takes the skip away. Philo had a pretty good line there. Just that was the idea.
It still didn't have a full flight.
No.
It hit a tree before hitting the ground.
There's that flip to the turn. There it goes. Look at that. That was a good kick. It actually kicked him right to the circle. Simon looks like he has a PD. Oh no. And kicking to the left is
We've
not
been seeing
good
that.
here.
We've been seeing that a lot this weekend as well.
Kicking to the left.
At least one every round.
Yeah.
Poked through, but still has a little bit left.
It's never good when you have to shoot again. He gives that a good run, but I mean, he's aggressive. Now he's putting back outside the circle just for bogey.
touch forehand again.
Probably that hard. Maybe pure.
Placement golf.
So Philo's able to... And the cool thing is, I mean, you can get pretty aggressive because the chips can kind of stop you. It's lofty. There you go. Once again, Philo's just going to be taking that par. Matt is about like 38 out, I would say. Just inside 40. And this is a big putt for him.
Yeah.
He nails it.
I like it.
Good bid. I got something for you.
Well, let me guess.
Yeah.
A rewind.
Yeah, let's rewind that for you real quick. That was a close step putt.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie.
I do want to call attention to that green disc that he threw off the tee here. He did let me know that it is a John Baldwin Hurricane. I'm not familiar with that disc, but I do think it's important for folks to know.
Kind of what he's been throwing out here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, DGA, I would say, is one of the lesser thrown discs on tour, or companies, rather. So for those, who are interested, just giving you a little bit of info that we can.
Albert's able to get that. Simon took a dub. That's going to kick him down to even for the round. We're going to move in the hole 15. This is another changed hole on this course. I mean, Jimmy was not joking when he wanted to make this course tougher for these pros. Because this used to be a par 4, the easiest hole in the course. It was only about 470. Now they tucked it in. It's now 385 feet, but it's now par 3. There's kind of two lines you can take. You have this righty hyzer shot that we're probably going to see Matt take. Oh, no. He's going to hit a tree. And there's kind of like a local lefty route over there. You can kind of see that gap that Albert's about to try to hit.
Yeah. And with the forearm skills that he has,
it makes sense.
Pretty good.
I wouldn't say that that's traditionally the best shot that you would want to take. That's great.
No, but that's the shot you're going to take if you're feeling risky and want to be aggressive.
If you have that
push,
if you have that forehand, you have to be very good with your forehand.
It's funny how much forehand play has come up in this tournament.
Yeah,
we've spoke about it quite a bit.
That just shows you like you need it in your bag to be out here. Or in your arsenal, I shouldn't say your bag. You don't just have an arm in your left arm or forearm in your bag. But yeah, that definitely should be a shot in your arsenal if you're playing at this course. You need to be able to throw both forehand and backhand and hyzer shots and anhyzer shots. You kind of need all four in that realm. That's going to be a tough par save for Matt. And after just nailing that birdie, you don't want to give that stroke back, especially this late in the tournament. Philo finds a really sneaky line.
Yeah, that'll play.
Yeah. So once again for Philo, an easy par save. Simon's able to knock that down. Should be easy cleanup for him as well. Oh.
Speaking of close step putts, that was pretty close too.
So Matt, he's about 50 out here. This is a big putt.
Oh, yeah.
Nails it.
Those steadies are working.
Oh. This is getting interesting. Sigh of relief for him. Let's give it to him. Let's see that again.
Back to back. Yeah. That's how you come up running pretty fast.
Yeah. Making them Gatekeeper Media rewinds look easy. Awesome putting from Matt. Albert.
Oh,
no.
Aside from hole 3, that has only been the second time we've really seen like a botched putt from him.
Mm-hmm. And he's unfortunately going to be the only one taking the bogey. But you can see now Matt's starting to separate himself from this card. We're going to move into hole 16. 3 holes to go for this NT. Par 4, 610 feet. I would say one of the easier holes going into this final stretch here. You're going to throw something that's going to crest over this hill, kind of land where the sun green spot is, and you have a pretty easy putter shot from there. Some rocks that you don't want to really anticipate a skip because the rocks can stop you dead. That the Hurricane again? Looks like it.
Mm-hmm.
So that was, you could tell that was his comfort disc.
Mm-hmm. For sure. Good, maybe 75% of.
Yeah. Philo's taking a very similar line. This is looking really nice.
Sneak around. All right, it's snuck to the side.
Yeah.
At this point, I'm just really, really hoping that he doesn't get these bad breaks he's been seeing.
No.
Needs at least some semblance of a climb.
Simon at this point.
That's just not human.
He kind of kicked over there. Simon at this point, I think, knows that he's out of the running.
So he's running it.
Yeah, now he's just out here making trick shots. But you're still playing for cash at this point. I find that to be something Simon kind of does a lot, is when he kind of starts losing it, he turns more into the, well, I'm going to try to reach the pin from here mentality.
He's playing for the highlight then at that point. And, I mean, why not? He's been known to do a trick shot or two in his time. So, I mean, if the camera's rolling, go for it.
Yeah, let's see if that pays off for him. It's a bold move.
Sneak through.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Finally, we see a hole working out for him.
Yeah. That's a nice tight gap he just hit. Bazooka telling it to get down because he has too much power. And it does.
Yeah, that was great.
All right, we got 2 inside. Oh no.
Hit something.
Needs to hit something and okay. He's in
Yeah.
the circle. Just has those trees in his way.
Just dust off the straddle putt.
Simon, this is looking really nice as well. Everyone is inside the circle. It's really up to Matt, and at this point, I mean, back-to-back highlights. It's about 30 out. I got my money on him.
Mm-hmm.
So he actually split those trees, didn't straddled and split the trees.
That's someone with a lot of confidence in their style.
Yeah, and at this point, I mean, just the confidence in his game. I mean, I don't think anything's going to stop him now. I think you're at that point where you're feeling it. Everything out of his hands coming out pretty clean.
Well, I mean, and he said it himself, like, you just play to the best of your ability, and then that's all you can do.
Mm-hmm. All right, so we
Star frame.
got a star frame.
Little late, but
Yeah. Better late than never, right?
yeah.
We're going to move into the infamous hole 17, 860 feet, par 5. Your first shot, you're going to pipe something right down here to these chips. Something that you want to kind of get a nice little skip. Second shot, though, roller. You got a forehand. You got a real big turnover shot. You're basically trying to find a gap. If you're going to go anywhere to bail out, the left side's going to be a better spot to be. The right side can get a little bit tricky. There's also a nice little back door over there to the left.
What is nice to see is all weekend we've been seeing people hitting metal for their eagle shots.
Yeah.
So round 1, Ricky did it in the rain. Round 2, we got Joel doing it from the left side there, up closer to the mound.
That's a good shot from Matt as he's right on the fairway, a little to the right, but he should have a good second shot. Philo needs
Get
to stay
sneaky.
clean. Oh,
I would say that was
yeah, that's decent.
as best as you could do going that line.
Yeah.
Some might even call that a local route. All right. if it landed just 2 inches more forward, he'd have gained maybe another 5-6 feet.
Yeah. But who knows? That might put him behind a tree over there to the left side. So we'll see what his look looks like. But he's definitely down there. So let's see how aggressive he'll get too, like we were just talking about for the highlights.
Albert was trying to get sneaky too, and it just catches a tree and finds himself not in the greatest position.
No. And something we talked about all weekend as well is just like the fairways or the rough being very forgiving. I would say this hole was probably the best in that terms of if you kick off a little bit, you're still able to get pretty far down there. As Philo, like I said, gets over there to the left side. There's not really much between him and the basket from there. A couple more trees. It's Albert. Really good forehand.
Was cooking.
Look at that roller. That is aggressive. He does hit that tree, unfortunately. I think if that didn't hit that tree, that would have curled up and probably would have been bottom of the hill. Simon's like, oh, you're going to do that? Well, I'm going to do this.
Wow.
It gets almost pin high on 2 shots.
He's like 10 feet outside the circle.
Yeah, he's inside 40 putting for eagle. It's a tough putt. It's uphill, but nonetheless, that was an amazing shot from Simon.
This forehand
Albert's
should carry.
Sneaky. A lot of.
Oh, that saved him a lot.
That was about to go like 60 past. That had some distance on it.
Wow. We're seeing a lot of really good play on this hole right now. Well, it looks like I niced him this time.
Yeah, I spoke too soon. So this is big for Matt. He's going to need a birdie here to keep pace with Ricky.
Fight
and
up.
It
Yeah.
skips up, hits the tree, drops him in. That's going to be a tap-in birdie. And this is where things start getting very, very interesting. Ricky starts throwing a couple bogeys. They're right behind us. Hole 16, he actually takes the bogey. But this is all about Simon now for the eagle.
Metal hit for eagle.
Every round.
And the thing is I think a lot of that has to do with the fact that what we were talking about last hole is that he was getting more aggressive because he thought he was slipping out of it.
Yeah.
So
Get that highlight.
You know?
So Matt with that awesome birdie. He is on a run. Philo's going to clean up. So we almost had ourselves another star frame back to back. So this is a very interesting dynamic that we got into here. We're going into hole 18, 633 or 630 foot par 4. Another straight shot that you want to have something that's going to dog leg to the left. So if you have something really fast, something that's going to skip up there, then your second shot. But as you see, there's a lot of trees between you and the pin.
This is one of those keep it high on your approach.
Keep it high. Roller, I've seen those a couple times.
Yeah, and
big
this is
shots.
a clean enough fairway on this one to be able to go for that.
Yeah.
The roller.
So
and at this point, you have been hearing the outbursts of the crowd.
Yeah.
And the spectators behind us. It seemed like every shot that Ricky made was an uproar. And Joel got some uproars back there as well.
That was that's really high. That was a perfect shot by Matt. I just want to say that is he literally put that in the perfect spot. And he even said he didn't know what the scores or anything were until after he threw that shot. So it was around this time he saw the scores and he saw that Ricky was only 1 stroke ahead of him. So Ricky's sitting there at 17, and then we have Matt here at 16. Philo's going to hit early. Other than Matt, everyone else is kind of struggling. Timing's going up and over.
Well, going back to Matt's drive, I mean, the feeling that you get when you hit the line and that shot exactly how you intend it has you feeling amazing. Like, it really can reboost a lot of confidence. And at this point in the round, in the tournament itself, this is where your confidence really comes into play.
This is the clutch moment.
Yeah.
Like, this is, you're getting the ball with the last seconds, hitting that three-pointer. I mean, this is kicking that field goal to bring it into overtime. Because at this point, man, these guys are struggling to get down there. It's tough to see some guys struggle when Matt's like riding this high at this point.
I was going to say, it's probably because they saw that nasty drive.
Good shot there. That's going to put him circle's edge for Philo. Simon is working to get down there. Oh, no.
He's ready for it to be over.
Yeah. And Matt finally up for his second shot. This is the most important shot of the tournament up to this point. He misses that tree. He drops him inside the circle for his birdie.
And we've been seeing the back-to-back Gatekeeper rewinds have told us that this really should be an expected play for him.
He's world putting champ, or at least past world putting champ. So everyone else is now finally getting their way into the circle. So once again, very interesting dynamic. Ricky plays very poorly on hole 17.
Oh, a little plinko here for Albert.
See if Albert can give us a highlight here at the end.
Just
good luck.
Just a little right.
So Philo's up just outside the circle. So with Matt and Ricky, the whole thing that's going on is Ricky shoots really bad on hole 17 and actually ties up with Matt. So now at this point in the tournament, both of them are at 16 under. Matt is putting for his birdie.
I mean, what do you do to keep yourself calm at that point? I
have no idea.
It's the mindset
of
a champion.
Puts it in 8 under for the round, 17 under for the tournament. He now has a one-stroke lead on Ricky. Ricky is just behind us, going into the clubhouse with the lead. So everyone else should clean up, but this is crazy to see. I mean, this tournament shows why Chase, I mean, this was Chase card. He chased the leader this entire tournament until right here to the end. Final hole, final shot gives him the lead.
I would like to call attention to the fact that Philo's card didn't have a ton of color on it, by the way.
It's pars all day.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Albert. He really came back and put in a really good round. Simon, unfortunately, going all the way back to even. And then this is the point. Ricky had a 60-footer. Missed it. And that won.
He knows.
And he knew it. He said he couldn't even see Ricky. He just saw the disc, and he actually hit the flag up at the top. He's getting swarmed by some locals. See Moser Fish. And that was it. It was interesting. I never really saw the tournament end like that.
No, and speaking to the folks from the PDGA, I don't think they've ever gotten anything like this on camera.
No. On a national tour level like this, to have someone from the Chase card make a comeback there at the end and actually come back and win this. It's mind-blowing. I truly didn't know. I was shaking. I didn't know what was going on. It was so weird having someone in the clubhouse, and that's a big difference in the payout.
Yeah.
About $800 there is Ricky, unfortunately, coming in second again. I just want to say for Ricky, he is the only person that I saw from what I was looking at that has not shot or placed in 10. Every single placement has been in the top 10. Even Paul has finished outside of that. Other than his one tournament he dropped out, he's placed top 10 every tournament. That is the signs of a beast, and I think he's going to land eventually.
Well, folks, there you have it. Thanks for tuning in on this wild, wild ride. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button, ring that bell, and tune in for the rest of our coverage for the rest of the season because it is a busy one. See you next week at MVP.